Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here. We are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, welcome to the second of the three-parters for the TV show tier list, because I've already done Cartoon Network. Today I'm doing Nickelodeon, which only leaves Disney Channel shows. Now, as you guys can see on the screen currently, we have the categories or the tiers. We have the Avatar state, we have Going Ghost, we have Chill, we have Okay, Not Happening, and then, as you guys can clearly see, I've already put some shows I've never seen, or all the shows I've never seen on Nickelodeon, into this category. Now, this is probably at least 25% of the shows that were on this list. So, without further ado, let's begin and let's get on into the first show. And I'm not even gonna lie, it's got to begin with the Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it has to go in Avatar state. Avatar: The Last Airbender. I've watched it repeatedly many times on Netflix. I in fact have a poster that I'm staring at right now that has Aang, Katara, Momo, and Sokka. And yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of the best shows that Nickelodeon has ever created, and I very much love it. And it does look like they're including Nick Jr. And if I'm being honest, Backyardigans is such a good Nickelodeon Nick Jr. show. Like Backyardigans is so iconic in this day and age. A lot of people remember it, and I think it was I remember last year there was a thing going around where there was like a TikTok of the Backyardigans having a song going in the background. So that's how iconic Backyardigans is. So yeah, two to start off with two shows so far, both of them going in the top tier. Back at the Barnyard. Now, this show had potential because of the movie Barnyard, but then they just did not care. Otis and Abby were always like close together, but it wasn't like they were in the original Barnyard. So I'm gonna just put it at okay, and we're just gonna move on from that. Big Time Rush. In terms of live action shows, it's pretty good, so I'm gonna put it in Go and Ghost. But I don't think it was on the tip of the scale because I don't feel like it had much hype to it, and I don't feel like a lot of people would talk about the show compared to other shows like iCarly, Ned's Classified, Drake and Josh, even Zoe 101. Not many people talk about Big Time Rush in the same category as that. Mighty B. I remember seeing the show. It's a chill show. Mighty B is definitely a chill show, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Now we go for my one of my childhood shows. I think I have the pillow around here somewhere still. But no, we're gonna move it up, and Blue's Clues is going to Avatar State, and this is the reason why Blue's Clues is going to Avatar State. Avatar State is purely due to the simple factor of how important it was for me in my childhood. I love Blue's Clues so much. My three shows growing up were Blue's Clues, Thomas, and Bob the Builder. I wish Bob the Builder's probably, if I do a PBS Kids one, then we're gonna see Thomas, and then we're gonna see Bob the Builder, and those two are gonna be in a category by themselves. Blue's Clues, very good show. Thank you, Nick Jr., for giving us that. We have Cat and Dog. Cat and Dog is a very good show, but like I said with Big Time Rush, I don't think it gets talked about that much when it comes to the greatest shows that Nickelodeon has ever come up with. I don't think it gets talked about that much. Cat Scratch. In my personal opinion, I know some of my family members really like the show, but I feel like the show was probably mid '90s to late '90s, so that was just before I came out, and that's just before I was born. So that's the reason why I don't really have an opinion when it comes to this. But Cat Scratch to me is a chill show, and I just gotta say that the next the next five shows. I just want to say this: the next five shows are all going in Avatar State. Shock Zone, Danny Phantom, Go Diego Go. Actually, you know what? Go Diego Go. Go to Get Go 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 and goes. Dora the Explorer, Drake and Josh, and the Fairly Odd Parents. Chalk Zone. Oh, the theme song of Chalk Zone is so memorable. Chalk Zone. Danny Phantom. Need I say last? Danny Phantom was one of the best shows Nickelodeon's ever come out. Dora the Explorer. I mean, a lot of these kids now, if they didn't watch Dora, they wouldn't even know how to find stuff mostly. So we got to thank Dora for that. Drake and Josh, it gave us Miranda Cosgrove, it gave us Megan, and they spawned iCarly. So I got to be thankful for Drake and Josh. And it was a very hilarious comedy show, even though it was created by Dan Schneider. And then Fairly Odd Parents, the second longest running ever series on Nickelodeon behind SpongeBob. I honestly got to say this for every season that Fairly Odd Parents has been on. I honestly got to think for the time that it's been in. I think consistency, Fairly Odd Parents was the better show than SpongeBob because I think now SpongeBob has reached like its later seasons. It needs to just end, but I don't think Nickelodeon's ever gonna do that. They gave Patrick Star his own show, so I don't really agree with that. And Go Dio Go Go, the cousin of Dora, it gave us Baby Jaguar, which is one of my fondest moments of watching the show back when I was young. But it's not as good as Dora the Explorer, so we just gotta say that. Moving on to the next show, we have Fanboy and Chum Chum. What were Nickelodeon thinking? I see now that I say the show, the theme song is playing in my head, and I don't want it. So Fanboy and Chum Chum, I don't know what Nickelodeon were thinking. It was not a good show. And there's another show that's really coming up that's definitely going to join it. But we're about to get to some very good shows that all could possibly be in Avatar state. All grown up. Chill. It's a teenage version of Rugrats. And some of the storylines they had in All Grown Up, I mean, were kind of good. Kimmy and Tommy, I'm not so sure about that. I gotta be honest, I don't really have an opinion about that. But All Grown Up is a very chill show. Had a very good intro. Yeah, so we're gonna move on from that. iCarly. No, it's not going there. iCarly is going near the top. iCarly is one of the funniest shows that Nickelodeon has ever produced, and I will watch it to this day. I'm so glad it got a reboot, and I cannot say Miranda Cosgrove is such an inspiration. This girl started acting on Nickelodeon for Drake and Josh, then went to iCarly, her own show, then left the acting business, went to USC and got her degree, and then came back, did the iCarly reboot, and she's gonna be on season 3 for iCarly. That girl is an absolute inspiration. I just got to say that. Next up, I've already made an opinion about Jimmy. I've already made a video talking about Jimmy Neutron coming back. Jimmy Neutron personally is one of my favorite shows Nickelodeon all time. If I had to do a tier list of ranking the shows from 1 to 10 of my top 10 or of my favorites, that would be very tough because I would literally have to go in depth and probably try and debate like why I have the show here. Legend of Korra. See, my personal opinion, I think towards the end is when it's actually starting getting good. I mean, I did not expect Korra to end up with the Sami, but hey, decent ending. The Loud House, my personal opinion, The Loud House is a very new show. I don't really watch that many shows now on Nickelodeon, so it's an okay show, but I know my niece and nephew love it, so I mean, I guess there's that. Ned's Declassified is going right up to the top. Ned's Declassified taught us so much about surviving middle school, surviving bullies, surviving teachers, surviving just life in middle school and getting ready for high school, and I thank Ned's Declassified and Nickelodeon for that. Penguins of Madagascar. The show was better. I'm gonna say this. The show is better than the movie. It's a chill show. It's not a go and go show. It's not a very good show, but it's a chill show. Ren and Stimpy, my personal opinion, it's okay. I mean, I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack with that opinion, but it was okay. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is the new one, I believe. I don't think I've seen this one, or I've seen an episode of it, so I'm gonna just put an okay. Rocket Power! Yeah, you can go right there, Rocket Power. You are in Avatar State, and this Avatar State's getting pretty big, so we may have to fix that. Rocco's Modern Life. I think that's an okay show. Rugrats. Get your butt up there. Get your butt to near the top. Rugrats. It's such a good show. I don't care what anyone says. Rugrats. It's such a good show. Oh my god, I love Rugrats so much. What's next? Sanjay and Craig. Yeah, these next two, Sanjay and Craig. This 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 nearly ruined every good opinion I had of Jimmy Neutron. Like, if they could have gave anybody a show, it would have been Sheen. But the concept they did was just horrible. The concept they tried was just horrible. Not having any basically of the original main characters in it. They tried to use Jimmy as a monkey, which was kind of weird. They introduced the voice actor for Carl as an alien, and they started off with Sheen going to Jimmy's lab, but Jimmy doesn't usually leave his lab open, so how did Sheen get in the first place? I don't know, but we'll see about that. And this has to be the correct decision. Even though it's not as good as it started, it is Nickelodeon's baby. SpongeBob SquarePants, when I die, SpongeBob SquarePants will still be known as Nickelodeon's child. Every network basically has their own show that they grew up with. Disney Channel, it's obviously Mickey Mouse. Cartoon Network, I don't really know when it comes to Cartoon Network. Nickelodeon is SpongeBob. Nickelodeon, I guess Cartoon Network. I say Looney Tunes for Cartoon Network. So it's a Looney Tunes. Yeah, I forget Looney Tunes Cartoon Network. Looney Tunes Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, Mickey Mouse, Nickelodeon, SpongeBob. SpongeBob is gonna be at the top, and nobody's gonna overtake the show right now in terms of Avatar State because it's the baby of Nickelodeon. It's the longest running show Nickelodeon has, and it's made so many iconic memories for any child or anybody that's watched the show. SpongeBob is the greatest of all time. We have a chill show. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce it because I can't really see the name of it. My Life as a Teenage Robot. Again, another good show that Nickelodeon has produced all of these good shows. And now, if I had to be honest, I'm gonna say this. To make it fair and to make it not as top heavy, I'm gonna move down all the Nickelodeon junior shows. Oh, I hate doing that because Blue Schools is one of my favorite, but I got to do it. So it doesn't be as top heavy. Would I count Rugrats as a Nickelodeon junior show? No. Rugrats is definitely not junior. El Tigre. Yep, El Tigre is going ghost. The Adventures of Manny Rivera. His uncle is Puma Loco, White Pandera, and then Frida, and then Manny and Frida were friends, and then I think towards the end or towards throughout the season, they would slowly go in the direction of Manny being with Frida. And I honestly gotta rewatch El Tigre, man. I got it. I got Paramount Plus. I'm gonna rewatch El Tigre. I'm gonna rewatch this episode, and I'm gonna rewatch the theme song just so I can remember it for next time. Because now that I've decided I will be going through every single one of my Avatar State shows, and I'll be ranking them in order from first to 10th and deciding which of them is my favorite Nickelodeon show of all time. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This one I've seen many, and it's a very good show. I wouldn't say it's Avatar State, but it's a definite very good show. Tough Puppy. I just want to say this Tough Puppy is underrated. Tough Puppy is underrated. Tough Puppy, as I say in the name many, many times, is a underrated show just because I think not many people looked at it as a good show. But in my honest opinion, I think it's an underrated show. It has Jerry Trainer as the main character, and as Vicky from Fairly Odd Parents as Kitty. So the fact that they got these types of actors to play roles in Tough Puppy, I think is a very underrated show. Now, just to get this out of the way, we're gonna go here because the next show is Victorious, and Victorious is gonna go up here. I can't believe they canceled Victorious when they did. I hope they actually reboot it because I feel like Victorious deserved to have at least an ending like iCarly, like Nancy Classified, like all these other shows, but it did not get it. And Victorious was the reason we got Ariana Grande, and she wasn't even the main character. And then the last show that I will have in Avatar State, Invader Zim. Zim, Gur, Dib, uh, Daz, is it Gaz or Daz? His sister, and Gur is one of the most lovable characters that I've ever seen, and Invader Zim gave it to us. Zim is one of the funniest characters I've ever seen, and Invader Zim gave that to us. But the last two shows, Wild Grinders, is not as bad as Planet Sheen. You know what? Actually, no. These three, Wild Grinders was basically just a comedy version of Rob Dyrdek's I forgot what it was called, but that was basically a parody show. And Zoe 101. I'm putting Zoe 101 for the simple factor the main actress, Jamie Lynn Spears, and what's been going on in the past couple years with her. So yeah, Zoe 101 was an okay show. So now that we look at it, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 shows. Alright, I've deliberated for the past couple of minutes, and there it is. There is my top 10 Nickelodeon shows of all time. Now, in the next Nickelodeon video that you'll see when it comes to the tier list, we'll be ranking them from 1 to 10 in terms of what I think and what my opinion is on the best Nickelodeon show of all time. But the 10 shows that you'll be seeing next time are SpongeBob, Avatar The Last Airbender, Rugrats, iCarly, Nancy Classified, Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, Danny Phantom, Fairly Odd Parents, Rocket Power, My Life as a Teenage Robot, and Invader Zim. But without further ado, that is it for today's video, guys. I will see you guys all next time. Peace.